in Google Search Console, go and actually live test and then view the rendered output in Google Search Console.
I've seen
Yeah.
that. I've
Some
seen that
people
a
put
lot.
robots.txt rules for certain JavaScript libraries or things like that, and then that can break
Yeah.
Google's crawler, not the crawler they're rendering. And that's how Search Console and Google Search is analyzing the page. I see that often. That's a good check to do. It's a real simple check, but many miss that.
I'm really happy you brought it up because I did a test and I don't have enough data to say this is how it's going to be all the time. But I have told a writer that our meta descriptions are supposed to be one sentence, not two sentences, because on a short, you definitely don't go over 150 characters, just very simple. Whenever we have a really simple sentence explaining the page in a purely editorial way, I've seen it to be a lot less likely for Google to rewrite your meta description. And that
Mm.
has been my test, although I wouldn't call the results scientific because we haven't really documented all scenarios and stuff like that.
Mm.
I tend to see in order to improve our click-through rate in search, we simplify title tags and meta descriptions. You don't have to fill up the whole thing in 155 characters. It could be 100 character, 120. Make it
Yeah.
simple, make it editorial, don't make it salesy. And it's very similar to what you just said. You don't want to just stuff a bunch of stuff together, make it simple for the users because of rendering challenges as well.
Yeah, I think people get really bent out of shape with the exact length of titles and meta descriptions. And again, it
Yeah,
matters on the intent, right? So there are certain cases where a top of the funnel, fairly high level term, you probably want full control over your title and description. But for more informational type queries, longer, more specific, long tail keywords, you want to be as specific as possible. So for those type, you can go over the length in your keywords and just sacrifice the fact that it will probably get rewritten more appropriately for that specific query. Yeah, there's definitely some trade-offs. It's not a one size fits all. I hate when you see an output of SEO tools and they say, oh, your title tag's too long. There's many different reasons for why your title tag or meta description should be a certain length. You made a good point. It's some control. It's some control over the real estate that you have there in the SERP, and it's some control over the click-through rate that you have, which it's another thing that Google said for many years they don't use, but we know now, and we knew a long time ago. I had data going back to 2016, which showed click manipulation was a thing. So, yeah, again, SEO, this is something that people struggle with a lot. It's not a one size fits all. This is why SEOs say it depends, right? And I always tell my
depends.
clients
Yeah.
about this, it depends all the time. It so often does depend, but you can't just say it depends. That's a really low professional bar to set.